Okay, so in lieu of class tonight, we're going to do this screen recording. And you'll have to emulate this. I'm going to show you one. All you have to do is repeat the steps in the same manner for the remaining three, and then we are okay. I will preview this for you. Basically, things are going to do as is. We're going to have a custom animation, and then this, and then you'll click through. Notice everything faded. Visited state, then we'll go to grow, and then we'll go to fly in, and then we'll go to wipe. One thing you'll notice is the animation not only enters, but it also, when I go to hit close, it also leaves. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. This is the tabbed interaction that we've done last class, but I'm adding an animation so you understand how to do all of that. So close preview. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and preview this now. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything that you see here, including the layer that I'm about to show you, is everything we've done before. It's nothing more than putting shapes, objects, images, and all that stuff on the stage. And you can see that they appeared one at a time, and that is down here in the timeline. Just like in Captivate, just like the previous exercise, they showed up later on the timeline, so then of course they appeared later. The first thing that we're going to do is talk about animation. So I'm going to click on this particular button here, and you see that it's fade in. So I'm going to want this particular button to fade in. It is very easy to do animation in Storyline, and I'm going to show you that now. All you do is select the item, and then at the top you click Animation, and then you can see exactly that there is an entrance possibility and then an exit possibility. And then here's this motion path. That is for custom animation, and you saw that when our little young lady plopped across the ring here. So what I'd like to do is first add the entrance animation. As this is the base layer with nothing much going on, I just want that to enter. So you do that by selecting the star here, and right now it currently says none. I'm going to click on that and click fade, and that is all. There's literally all you have to do. You can see here that I can mess the duration. That's how long the animation is going to take. So the higher the number, the slower it will occur. The lower the number, the faster it will occur. Now with this fade in, you also have the option here you see to go from bottom, from left, for that to enter. But we're doing a fade here. You could deal with that later in the grow and the fly-ins, but we're just going to do none because all I want that to do is fade in. At this point, because of the way things are set up, I do not want an exit animation, so we'll leave that blank and we'll be done. To do the rest of the animations, you just simply click on them. You can see that now I clicked on this brand new item. There is no animation. This is the grow animation, so I'm just going to go up to here and choose grow. Again, same thing. Pick the duration and pick the direction. Entirely up to you. Again, I'm going to do none. Third, we have fly in. Go up here to none, and I want to choose fly in. And here's where I get to pick some direction. By default, it comes up from the bottom. And just by the nature of this being a left-aligned navigation, I'm just going to have it come in from left. You can see this arrow here is depicting that it will fly in from the left. And then finally here I got wipe. So I go up to the entrance animation. I look. Where is it? Oh, here, wipe. I could mess with my time, and then of course I could do the same thing. I'll just go with, I don't know, from left again because of the nature of that. Did I change the time on that? No, I didn't. Okay. So there you have it. I mean, just by simply going up here and clicking animation, our items are now going to animate. Not only appear as we want them, but animate. I'll go ahead and do that. You can see that the first one fades, grows, fly, wipe. So isn't that beautiful? Now next up you saw that we had, in the previous, we had the young lady walking, for lack of a better term, walking across. So I have, let me just show you what I did here so it looked like she actually was walking from out of that door. I have this door animation, this door graphic, and I'll move that around. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that it's a whole one there? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the background, and then I layered it so you could see that that's way in the back because I'd like her to appear in front of that. But then I went ahead and just duplicated that door, and let me just go ahead and do that. So what I did was I duplicated this graphic, copy, paste, and put it over top, but then so it appeared as if she was walking from behind, I went ahead and cropped it and just pushed it back all the way to the handle here. And then you can see that when she starts walking across here, oh, I gotta lock that, sorry. You can see that when she starts walking across here, it'll look like she is coming from behind there. But then walking in front of the other ones. So it's just kind of the magic of layers that we're able to, not layers, but the hierarchy of these levels here that we're able to make her appear as such. So with her, we're going to add what is our best scenario as a walk, right? So we didn't want to make her look like she's wearing skates, so it looked like she's walking across. Then with that, all you need to do is have her highlighted as we did the buttons. Go up to Animations, and then that is now Add Motion Path. When I click on this drop down here, you can see that if I just wanted her to go to a certain angle or something along those lines, I could use either a line, an arc, or a turn. And what differentiates the motion path over the entrance or the exit is the simple fact that these can have a start and a stop on the stage versus entering from off the stage. So you can see she's actually on the stage here, behind my door albeit, but she's on the stage, and then I can have her quite simply walk across. I don't want a line because I don't want it to be smooth. I don't want any of these other shapes because they're awkward. What I want is one of these custom ones here, this freeform, the scribble, or the curve. And I'm just going to go ahead and hit freeform. And in doing so, I can now start. I have my crosshairs here. So I can just grab this and start holding down the left mouse and just drawing. I know this isn't the best walk, but then when I let go, I double click, you can see that I have a green arrow now and a red arrow. The green is where she starts, the red is where she will end. We could just test this really quick to see what happens. Okay, quite interesting. I mean, she ran right out of there, and she doesn't go all the way across. So I'm going to close that now, and I'm going to click on it. So you see when I click on the green, it shows me my path here. And what I'm going to do is just grab the red and just pull it along, pull it along, pull it along, and have her show all the way up down there. Also, what I'm going to do, I don't know what this is. Can I ease it? Speed. Okay, yeah. Speed. I could change the speed of this. I'm going to go to slow. And I'm also going to make it go a little bit slower this way as well. And just for the sake of what I did on the timeline here, you can see that I have her not showing up until way down at the bottom. And I did that because I wanted all of the fade in, the grow, the fly in, and the wipe, all of the buttons to have appeared before she moseys on across to let us know what to do. So let's see what those changes did. I'm going to go ahead and preview this. So my buttons appear, and here she comes. That's about as natural as we're going to get with the walking. I know it's not the greatest, but it's what we got. So just try it again. Let's see what we like, what we don't like. Oh goodness, isn't that neat? Okay, so I don't like, she's a little too, okay. So there you have it. The other thing that I'd like to do, and you can see I actually have it here on stage already, is I want to put some direction about her chatting when she gets to the end. But I also don't want that to show up until she's actually in position, right? So I know that by clicking on this and then going to animation, she is going to be doing some stuff for 2.25 seconds. So if she enters here, I know that there's 2.5, there's 2.5, etc., etc. So I need exactly 2.25 seconds before I can have this appear. So I drug that all the way down to there. And then I'll just do some random animation on here. I'll do a float. And I'll float that from down. See what that looks like. It's going to be tough because I don't know where she's going to end up just yet. So I'll test it and see. Buttons. Here she comes. And there's her conversation. So that's not too shabby. I'm actually okay with that, with the exception of it lining up like that. So do that and just move it over. And again, the only thing that I did was pull that all the way back so it didn't appear until she was settled in her final resting position, and then I had the animation of this come in. So that is that. That's how I kind of handled this first slide. And just for sake of the video getting too long, I'm going to start another one that goes into the layer and the animations that you'll need to do for each of these respectively.